Hello, 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 and welcome to How to Find the Right Music. This training is in particularly around being able to find what music you feel like you want to be playing, you want to be DJing, whether it's for a DJ set or whether you are putting together playlists or putting together things for other dancers, but primarily for DJing, because I'm going to be talking to you about the file types that you need to play on good sound systems that is other than Spotify. Okay. Because there is a lot of people playing Spotify and playing like music that is on big speakers that isn't great quality. So I'm really here to talk to you about playing good quality music, because it's super, super important. I'm going to be talking to you about where to find your music. I'm going to give you 3 websites. That is amazing, because there's a lot of people that hear me play or hear other DJs play and they just think, wow, I love that music. Like, where do I get it from? And and it's around doing it in a way where you can go on explorations and journeys for yourself without shazamming or without, copying other people. It's like, how do you find music that really makes your heart sing? And a lot of times that I say with my clients and with my students is that sometimes you don't know what you're looking for until you hear it, and then you hear it and you know. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a journey through music today, and also how to navigate these websites so that you're not sifting through a whole lot of BS trying to find your gold nuggets. Because if you don't know what you're doing, then it can be really time consuming, especially on Beatport, which I'm going to give you to find your music and to get to know your music that you love. So yeah, I mean, how many people have spent hours and hours and hours and sifting through like a genre called techno and only finding like one track? So yeah, it definitely takes time, but I can help you to shorten that time. Talking to you a little bit about artists, labels, who to follow, how to do that, BPMs, genres. So if you're just starting off DJing, this is great for you, because it's just going to give you some tips on really how to get what you want and how to get what you want quickly. Also search options, how to really narrow those search options, especially if you're doing static dances or finding specific beats per minute that you want to find. Also track files. So what are the track files that you need to get to sound good? And the difference between the track files, how to download your music, how to categorize your music. So we'll be going on through all of this today. So starting with where to find the music that you want. So I'm actually going to start with showing you some websites that and some tips. Share my sound as well. Cool. So first of all, what I'm going to show you is SoundCloud, and that's soundcloud.com. Now you'll see that SoundCloud is primarily a platform that allows you to upload your own mixes. So not only is it a great platform to share your mixes and to share which is what you need if you want to be building your profile as a DJ. You want to be able to share your music and send potential promoters and festivals and things linked to your mixes, which is what we have here. So this is my SoundCloud, but a really good way, and I'm just looking here, say Jen, I want to follow him, like following other labels. So creating your own SoundCloud to start off with is super, super important. Everybody, really, all DJs have a SoundCloud, and I'm just going to follow a few other DJs here. So you can just see here on the right, I'm just going to follow some DJs, and then you can see who I'm following. You can see who they're following. So for example, let's go into this DJ here that I've just followed. He's based in the Sunshine Coast in Australia. So what you can do is you can have a look at his tracks to see if some of them are just mixes, which is fine. But you can also have a look. So this is a great way to listen to other people's mixes. But you could also have a look and see who he is following. So he's got 560 followers here, but he's following 243 people. So let's have a look at who he is following. And you might get some really good artists here, because the main thing that I'm going to show you is how to get music more quickly and find the music that you love, is to start to get to know artists and labels. So that's what's really important, is because if you get to start to know artists and labels, then it's going to make things a lot easier for you. So let's have a look at Katerina Infinity. She's got 1,695 followers. She's based in Canada. So let's see if she's got any music here. So most of these, again, are mixes. And then you can get the drift, but some people you'll find that are released tracks. And then you see she's got a lot of gigs. She's showing what her upcoming shows are. She does aesthetic dance as well, which is amazing. I'm going to follow her because I love aesthetic dance. Wow, that's Burning Man that she's got up there. So you can see again who she's following. And so you can kind of go on a journey like this, and you can essentially find great. So let's have a look at Harry Charles. We'll follow Harry Charles, so I know Harry Charles. But if you find some people that actually make music, like some of your favorite artists might have some things on here. So for example, if I search for, up here is a search option, Pig and Dan, for example. See if they've got a SoundCloud. Great. So they've got a SoundCloud. They've got 76,000 followers. Amazing. So, yeah, because I know that they're producers. So you can have a look on here, and well, they're only following 28 people, but they are amazing. And if we have a look at their tracks, then they would have released. Good. So now here we're getting into the track side of things. You can see there's 6 minutes 17. And so I'll share my sound session. Hear this. So they've got some pretty amazing techno on there. So that's another way. And so then if you like that track, you can like it, obviously. You can repost it here, and you can also, if you go more, usually there's something where you can buy it if it's on Beatport. They should have some stuff here. Usually it has a link where you can buy it. So obviously these ones you can't buy, but you can comment on the tracks. And so usually these, if there's tracks that you can buy, it has a direct link to Beatport as well. So just showing you a bit about, so that's one way to find your music. Is to just really go exploring here and find tracks that you use. But essentially, I don't use this website as much. The ones that I primarily do use is Beatport, that I'm going to talk to you about, and Bandcamp. Those are the two main websites that I use to buy my music. And yes, I do buy my music because I love to support the artists. I love to support, yeah, I love to support the labels. You know, it's a good thing to do. So, okay, I accept that. Now, I'm going to move this over here. So, Beatport. Now, Beatport is mainly used for electronic music, and you can see the amount of genres that are here on Beatport. Afro house, like, I mean, dance, electro pop, deep house, and they're starting to get more and more kind of sub categories for each genre. Like, for example, here you've got techno, which is peak time driving, techno, raw, deep, hypnotic, so there's more things like tech house. So one way to search for music is obviously to go to your genres. If you don't know what genres you like, start exploring. That's probably the best way to go. But I'm going to go to tech house because I'm really loving a tech house right now. My tastes always change, but right now I am super into tech house and techno. So you can see here now I've gone into tech house. You've got a lot of featured tracks, releases, charts. You've also got the Beatport top 10 here. So this is what Beatport chooses for you. So let's see what the number one, to be honest, like this is a good place to start, the Beatport top 10, but I very rarely find music that I like up here. Because for me, it's a lot more commercial, these tracks on the right here. And you can see, like, for example, we've got Jennifer Lopez here. So let's have a listen to what this sounds like. For me, that's very commercial and I don't like it. So I very rarely go there. But hey, if you like commercial music and you like that kind of thing, you can see down the bottom here is where it starts playing. It gives you the information. It gives you the beats per minute, which is awesome because, yeah, it's really good to have the beats per minute. And it's 129 beats per minute, which is the speed of the track, how fast the track is. And it's in B minor. So, and it also only plays like 2 minutes of the track. That's the thing about Beatport is it doesn't play the whole track. But what I do now in Beatport, once I've put it in my creation, if I like a track, I copy and paste it into YouTube and I listen to the whole track. Like 10 years ago, you'd never be able to do that. They didn't have them on YouTube, but now everything's on YouTube. So you can just copy and paste it and hear the whole track there. That's what I tend to do. So there's that, the Beatport top 10 there that you can use, the hype top 10. I don't really tend to listen to this, but like top 10 releases. There's all sorts of stuff where you can start, right? Let's have a look and let's play this one. Again, so quite commercial. So interestingly, let's see the hype top 10. My internet's taking a little while to play the actual track at the moment. Like I said, it's such a journey to find the right kind of music that you want. And so that's on the right hand side here. And then here you've got all the like the new charts, the latest releases, the hype picks. See how you can get quite lost. There's so much stuff to choose from, stuff picks. But because this is all the tech house, right? So it's like, it's a lot. What I generally do, to be honest, is featured tracks, releases, charts. Charts is another good place to go because they're really famous artists that, and it's a music that they've recommended. So let's just see here, like Bruno Mendoza's chart. If we click on that, takes us to these are the tracks that he has recommended. Again, so if we just go back So that's another good thing to do. But again, unless you know your stuff, and this is the point of me doing this, is that unless you know your stuff, it's really time consuming going through all this stuff. So this is what I generally tend to do as a track. So you can see here, like this is, as of today, the 20th of the 5th, this track has been released. So it gives you them in order, tells you the label, tells you the genre, the beats per minute. Again, it's a matter of sifting through all of this. You can actually click on here and add them to queues and add them to playlists, which it doesn't always work for me, which is super annoying, but you can see there's pages, like 400 pages of decals music on here. So what I recommend doing is, look, you got to start somewhere. But if you know artists and labels that you like, it makes things a lot easier. When I first started DJing and I was in London and I started shopping for vinyl, one of my friends, because I would just go into the vinyl shop and I'd just be like, how do I even know what to get? Like I'd go to the tech house genre, and again, it's sifting through so much stuff and you'd have to listen to it all on the vinyl. And my friend said, if you know your artists and your labels, if you know your labels in particular, you know what you like, and then you look for those specific labels and then you go from there. So it takes time, but by using this, by using SoundCloud, like I said, seeing what who other people are following, seeing tracks that you like from artists, then it's easier for you to find the music that you like. I very rarely now go into a genre and just listen to all this music because it's so time consuming and you very rarely get what you really want from that. What I do is I start looking for my I have a collection. I have a collection, sorry, my Beatport here. So I didn't know I could do my own charts. So these are the artists and labels that I've favored. So you can see here the artists. If I go here, tracks, artists, labels, these are all of my artists that I follow. And when they release new music, then you can see that they've got the number next to them. This is more so how I create, but this is like 10 years of, well, no, yeah, over 10 years of being on Beatport. So you can see here, Vintage Culture, who's amazing. He's just released one new track. So let's see. So we go into tracks. 15th of May. So let's play that. My internet's a little bit slow. So, and then if you like that, so then you can see, and then also if you like that track, so this is where you do, you like a track or you find an artist that you like, then they do a lot of remixes with other artists. So then you'd click on James Hype. I always right click and open a new tab because I don't want to lose this page if I want to listen to more music by Vintage Culture. So you can see that if you like this artist, go into the artists who have remixed with them and have a listen to their music. So then you're opening new tabs and listen to this guy, but then also you've got here the label and the remixes. So you've got the artists here and then you've got the label here. So like Vintage Culture is also a label, but I know that Insomniac Music is quite a good label. I haven't looked at this label here, Clips. So let's have a look at that. And also let's look at the Marco Lies label. Or maybe that might not be a label, that might be his personal page. So you can see James Hype here we've had a look at. I'm going to follow him because I know James Hype, and he is great. So I want to see what music he's releasing. So then obviously you start to follow your own labels and artists that you like. Don't go crazy and follow people you don't really like, because then you're going to be sifting through a whole lot of shit still. So, and you can see the latest releases that he's released. You can see the charts that he has recommended. March Madness has done one, #1 chart, helicopter chart, let loose chart, crank chart. So you can see, yeah, you can see all this music that he recommends. And then this is another good way if you're not sure of how to find your artists and your labels that you like. Go into March Madness, for example, James Hype, you know that you like him, and check out who he is recommending. Title and artist, he's recommending these people. So listen to this, and if you like it, then if you like them, then go into that art, then go into that artist, and you right click and open the new tab there. So you can start to see like how to build and how to really kind of start to go on a magical journey. I call it going down the wormhole, the rabbit hole of music, which is actually a good thing, but it's easy to do. So then I'll finish listening to him, and then I've got this guy to listen to, Lorenzo LeBlanc, his top 10 tracks. To be honest, I just go to their tracks. I don't really worry about all this guff. And let's have a look at one of his Tech House tracks, 128 BPMs, and it's in G major. So have a listen. Give like about 3 or 4 tracks a go and listen, and if I don't like any of them, then I'll just leave that artist. But if I like one, then one track, I'll probably listen to quite a few more. Again, you know, and then I'll make sure that I follow him. I've already listened to this guy before, so I'll go out of him. So I know Insomniac Music Group, I'll follow them because I know I like them. I thought I'd followed them before. So you can see all the artists that this label has followed, is producing, and you can see all the latest releases. Again, this will take a lot of time. These popular releases are actually quite good to listen to. But again, going into tracks, and a lot of this, you see the genre is dance and electro pop, which is interesting. So I'm not really keen on that, but I'll go down to Tech House. I also look at genres when I go to labels. Let's have a look. Go right down here, listen to Shake It. We'll have a little listen to some dubstep, see if I like that. I don't mind a little bit of dubstep sometimes. It's 148 beats per minute. Interesting. So we'll go out of that one. Clips. Let's have a look. Go to his tracks. Drum and bass. He's like you can see in genres, a lot of his stuff is drum and bass.
Love the figures, but I can't let them mold me. I love the change, but they just miss the old me. She golden brown like the
So you can see like the magical journey that you can go on. Again, if you want to go again to my Beatport, so I'm kind of like, I haven't really found anything that I love yet, because for me, I have to love a track. It's like trying on a pair of jeans. If I don't love it, it's like, do I look sexy in this? Do I look hot in this? You know, does this make my butt look good? Yes, then I'll buy them. But if it's same with the track, do I really love this track? No, then I will not buy the track. I have to really love it, because otherwise you're just buying stuff that isn't grabbing you. Who should we listen to now? Anyway, so you get the drift. The really great thing with let's have a look at Lovebirds with Beatport is that it gives you like different crates that you can put your music in as well. So I've got deep house. You can see here like these guys Lovebirds have a lot of deep house, new disco. I actually liked this track. Then these are all the crates that I've created here, but I'll just go to the main cart. I'll add it to my main cart. And then you'll see that's done. And then now that I want to buy my music, I'll go to my main cart. And you can see it there. Now, talking to you a little bit about the type of files. So you've got MP3, you've got WAV, and you've got AIFF. Automatically it goes to MP3, but if you want to pay 75 cents more, you'll go to AIFF. Now, what is the difference between these files, you ask? So when I was DJing professionally in clubs in Sydney, it was very much kind of chat around, are MP3s okay to play with? You know, do they, so it's all, because the difference is the compression of the tracks, right? Because MP3, without going into too much technical side of it, MP3s and AIFF compress differently. So AIFF is better quality and it sounds better on a bigger sound system. MP3s, if they are they have to be 320 kilobytes per second, kbps, to sound good. Anything lower than that, no. But look, and when I do my DJ training face to face in a group, I compare. I'll say, look, this is an MP3, this is AIFF, and I crank them both really loud, and you can hear the difference. Okay, AIFF is much better quality, but unless there's DJs and producers on the dance floor that are analyzing your tracks that you're playing, the crowd is not going to know that. Okay, the crowd isn't going to go, oh my god, this is an MP3. You know, so it's up to you. Look, I used to buy all of mine with MP3, but now I buy all of mine AIFF because I want the better quality. And because I play back to back with somebody, and we both said that we would both play AIFF. So also I buy AIFF, not Wave. They are the same quality, but Wave is from created by PC and AIFF is Mac. The difference is that if you are transferring them to mixed in key, which is what I do when I buy all my music, I transfer them to mix in key because I want to change the comments and put the beats per minute and the key of the track in the comments. And also if I wanted to change the title of the track as well, AIFF gives you way more flexibility. Wave doesn't. It kind of like freezes the track and you can't do much to it. You can't really add too many other tags to it. So I really, really recommend AIFF. That's my recommendation, but it's all kind of personal. So you would kind of do that there. When you're ready to buy your track, you would check out. And then download it as an AIFF. So what you do when you have downloaded your tracks, they will be sitting in your downloads. And what you really need to do is, I don't know if you can see that screenshot I shared, but what you really need to do after you've put them in your downloads is transfer them into another folder with the date as the folder name, new tunes, and then folder, and new tunes, and then the date that you bought the tracks, and transfer them all in there, because that is what you're going to be using to transfer them all to Serato, like, or whatever platform you're using. So I teach, so obviously I teach DJing, I teach all of this. I have a DJ manual with all of this, all of these steps, and everything that I teach is included in a really comprehensive DJ manual. If you want to, if you're interested in purchasing this manual, please email me and let me know, because yeah, it's kind of like my life's work as a DJ, is creating this manual step by step on how to do everything, basically. So please email me if you are interested in that. And so then you would, so if I'm just going to switch screen share and share to Serato, I put them on my desktop, and then I drag and drop them into Serato here with the same, here with this folder, new tunes. And then I drag, and then with Serato, you create a new crate here, and then you put the date. So if the date is the, what is the date? 18th, I think, of May, 2000 and, oh, my Y on my keyboard goes a bit nuts sometimes. And then you would drag and drop. Oh, so for me, I've put an order. This is like the order of how many tracks, like number 89, the 13th of May 2024. You don't have to. I used to do all of my stuff in iTunes, but I don't anymore, because my computer got so full that iTunes started going nuts. So I've got rid of that now, and now I put all of my music straight into Serato, and then I back up my Serato library. So I've got 18th of May, but I'm going to make that number 90. So I've brought 90 tracks. But anyway, you don't need to number them now, because you can drag and drop to whatever order you want. Whereas in iTunes, it didn't do that. It did it chronologically. So then you would drag your music from your desktop, from the folder in your music, and you have to have a location when it's with Serato. Otherwise, it's because it has to read it from somewhere. So if you drag and drop them straight from your downloads into your Serato, and it's not going to work, because then you're going to delete your downloads and it's not going to be able to find the file. So that's why you have to drag them from your downloads into your from your downloads into your folder on music, same thing, new tunes, and then drag and drop them from there into here. So that's one that I did on the 13th of May, and you can see that that's the tracks there. And then it gives you the BPM, it gives you the key. So the key here is classical key. I usually just change mine to Camelot. I play the bass guitar as well, so I know the classical key as well for my tracks. But yeah, so you've got the key here. I actually drag and drop my tracks into mixed in key as well, because it gives me a bit more of a precise key. And also I like to have these comments in here. I like to have the energy and the key in the comments as well. And also I like to, the good thing with mixed in key is that if I drag and drop this into here, mixed in key also saves all of your cue points, which when you're DJing is this different parts of your track that you can save. And so Mix and Key does that for me, which I love, because I can change them if I want, but I love that they've just like put some the cues and some key points. It just saves me time. So that's why I like it. So I really recommend that. You can see here. Yeah, you can see there that I've done that. Okay. Other things here is yeah, so I'm going to delete that because I haven't brought any new tunes yet. So if I go command delete there. So that's that. I am going to go to the last one now, which is Bandcamp. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you on Beatport was the really cool thing, actually, if you're an static dance DJ like me, or you want to find tracks that are really high BPM, you can go, so genre, actually, I'm just going to delete that from my crate because I don't actually want that. Why? Back. Oh, anyway, remove. There we go. Ah, I don't know why it's not letting me delete it. Anyway, I'll do that later then. So techno, peak time driving. And if I wanted to find some tracks for an aesthetic dance gig and I want to know the BPM, so am I looking for tracks, BPM? I'm looking for tracks that are 128 to say 138 beats per minute. And then I go apply, and that is in the techno, that's in this bit here, the BPM bit here down the bottom there. And then you can see this is all the tracks that are within that range. So I find that really cool. So then you can play and then same with trance and find those really good climax tracks. So that is another really good tip there. Okay, so next we're going to go into Bandcamp. You can see here that I've already got 11 tracks in my crate. But so you can see like with Bandcamp, the great thing is that you can see what other artists have brought. And like I always say, look, you can go into my Bandcamp and see what I've brought and you can get the same music as me. But do you really want to do that? You know, you'll never play them like me. You'll never be me. So like be individual, but still get ideas from other DJs. So you can see what I've brought and then you can go into say Grand Barra and then you can listen to Grand Barra, you know, one of the tracks that I brought, but you could say, oh, this is by Ribus Abyss. So have a look at Ribus Abyss and then you can see all of the albums here. So then go exploring like that. And so if we go into, so I generally tend to let Spirit do a lot of the work for me when I'm finding my music, to be honest. I'll put out there what I want. I'll be like, okay, so I want to find some really good driving tech house with some oriental kind of sounds in there. So I will go into, and then I'll just like randomly, I'll find this artist and I'll just go, I'll open a new tab there and I'll go down. I'll listen to like the first 3 or 4 tracks in a row because they're the newest first. And then I'll go into these tracks like this. Right click. And then I'll start listening. So then I'll start listening to these. Some albums in Bandcamp only have like 1 or 2 tracks here, or they might have 20. So then again, you start listening to this. That's definitely not drove antique house. So then I'll be like, no, I don't like that. And you go into this one again, there's only 2 there. That's only 1. So you listen to all of these, but again, it's all about knowing your artists and your labels and following them. Down here is where you follow. So this label here is amazing. So let's have a look at this. Driving. Again, you can kind of drag this along here if you want to. So again, it's like, see, again, so I mean, if you want to see the kind of music that I buy and, you know, follow me and then you know, go on a journey in that way, or find people that you do like and see who they like. So look, we've got a hoe here. You know, let's see what else is here. So you just kind of start clicking. And again, as well with Bandcamp, if you click on the search option, this is where you can get all your genres. And you can see that there's a lot more alternative genres in here. It's not just electronic music. You know, you've got hip hop, you've got rock, you've got metal, you've got punk, you've got pop, you've got ambient. And if you click down the bottom there, you can browse all. And it comes up the top there. Electronic, rock, metal, alternative, hip hop, rap, experimental, punk, folk, pop, ambient. So you can see all of the stuff here. Really, it's about, again, sifting through. I'd never really use this genre. The good thing about Bandcamp that I really love is that if once you follow somebody, then you will receive emails when they release new music. So what I generally do with my emails is they'll get an email through and then I'll put a label on them called Bandcamp. And then when I really want to find some new music, I just go through all those emails, and then all you do is you click. So if I click on my label down here, so you can see all these Bandcamp ones that are coming through. But if you click on Bandcamp, and then these are all the emails from Bandcamp. Oh, I'm not actually sure if you can. Sorry, I don't think I shared that. Yeah, on your email. Then you can see all of when I'm going to go and buy music. All I do is go to my label and I look for all these people. So new releases, and it's labels and artists that I follow. Bar 25 Music is a good one. Lump Records is amazing. I'll give you some labels to start you off. Lump Records is amazing. Merkaba Music is amazing. Bar 25 Music is amazing. So all you do is go into your email, you click on it. You know, She Knows Nervous Bliss, Bar 25 Music, and then you start to play it. Now, if you So you'd listen to all of those. I might listen to all those later. And then you would either buy the digital album, which I never do because there's not a time where I like every single track, like ever. And I like to save my money and my memory space. So you can see down the right here, if you actually flick down here, you can buy the tracks individually, which not everybody realizes. But you can buy tracks all individually here. So I like this one. I'd right click and I open it in a new tab because I want to save this page. I'm a real big fan of opening things in new tabs. And then I go here, you can see all my tabs at the top there. That's has been my work today. Then you can just have the track on its own without the rest of the tracks there. And then you buy a digital track and you put like $1.99 or more, sorry, euro 99. So these are where artists put their music directly, and it's always in the currency where the artist is from. So yeah. So you put $1.99. You can pay more if you want, and then you add it to the cart. And then you'll see that it's gone down the bottom here. I always listen to every single thing in my cart again before I buy it. I'm very particular. I have a very particular process that I go on. I always listen to all my tracks again because, you know, you want to make sure that you like them. And like I said, I've 20 years of DJing. I've got a lot of music on my computer. So I don't want crap, basically. So if I wanted to go through my crate, I would listen to them all again by just clicking on them, and they'll take me to that track and I listen to it. And if I don't want it, I will take it off the bottom there. I haven't listened to that track, so I don't want it there. But look, I don't buy music every week. I'm not constantly looking for music. Like, I love to form a relationship with my tracks. I love to get to know my tracks. I like to create the cue points. I like to play them, experience them, and get a lot of joy from them, because they are like a good pair of jeans, you know. You want to enjoy them, and if you're buying music every week, you know, you don't get a chance. And plus you have to categorize all your music. Like, I categorize my music in multiple categories. And I like to go on journeys with my music. So I'm only buying music like max once a month, or sometimes once every 3 months. Like, I've just brought like 25 new tracks, which is massive for me. Like, so I won't buy any more tracks for a little while now, but who knows? Like, it depends how many gigs I've got as well. But I really recommend that you get comfortable with your tracks and don't just go and buy tracks every week and just have heaps of tracks. Like, enjoy your tracks. So those are the main websites. Those are the 3 websites I wanted to show you. Talked about artists, talked about labels, talked about beats per minute, and the genres and the track files. So, and how to download the music and how to organize your music. So if I just show you a little bit again around, you know, my SoundCloud. Not my SoundCloud, my Serato. Actually, I'm not going to show you that. I'm just getting a no to doing that. You've already seen how I do my iTunes, but if you want to know any more around categorizing your music, then talk to me. But I'm going to do another video on how to categorize your music, so I'm not going to go into that yet. But definitely just separate the music that you buy by the date, because that means that when you are looking for music for your sets, then you can see yeah, what kind of music that you want to buy. You can see you can see what music you've brought when, so then you know which tracks are the newest. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's it. That is my training on finding the right music. Any comments, please comment. Please get hold of me. I'm DJ Kimber Jade. I run multiple DJ trainings. I do online trainings. I do one-on-one trainings. I do group trainings. I do it online. I also do it in person here in New Zealand. I'm in Northland. But I also do travel. So if you want any one-on-one training on how to DJ, I'm doing a series of trainings at the moment, in particular for ecstatic dance, on the 7 stages of ecstatic dance. I'm also doing some more trainings on how to prep for a DJ set, harmonic mixing, and creating effective playlists, how to run an ecstatic dance, how to set up your DJ profile, all sorts of really good juicy stuff. So if there's anything, specific that you would like training on or you'd like me to talk about, please write it in the comments, or please DM me, or please email me. I really love to hear from you so I can get an idea of, you know, what people are wanting. But yeah, really good. Thank you. If you you know, check out my website jadeengis.com, but yes, I'll put all my details here so you all know how to reach me. All right, all sending you lots of love and good luck on your musical finding journey of you know, the rabbit hole and the wormhole of music. Fun stuff. All right, ciao, bye.